exclusive conversation with the mayor of Los Angeles, back in a familiar setting, but in a new role. Karen Bass talks to us from the White House, where she's meeting with President Biden. Bass served in Congress here for over a decade, but this is her first D.C. visit as LA's mayor.
It's actually exciting being back here.
She's speaking at the Conference of Mayors and says city leaders from across the country are talking about fighting homelessness together. President Biden says he wants to cut homelessness by 25% nationwide in 2 years.
Well, all of us are here going, President Biden, if you want to meet your goal, come to California. If we deal with California, you will actually surpass your goal in the entire country.
In D.C., she's met with the Secretary of the VA and the Secretary of Health and Human Services. Her message, simply housing the homeless isn't enough.
If mental health and substance abuse is not a key component of that, then I'm worried about the long-term success.
She also met with the Homeland Security Secretary, Alejandro Mayorkas, who oversees the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA.
FEMA owes the city and the county, if you add both together, close to $200 million. So I'm here trying to collect the money.
Speaking of collecting money, Bass may find a surprising ally in the new Republican House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy of Bakersfield.
Politics, just like everything else in life, it's all about relationships.
When Bass was Speaker of the Assembly in Sacramento, she worked closely with then Assemblyman Kevin McCarthy. 3 years ago on The Issue Is, they each reflected on each other. Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy.
My friend.
Karen Bass is an amazing human being, and we work fabulous together on foster care and others.
Where you might have ideological differences, sometimes you can do a wink, wink, nod, nod, and get things done. You might not draw a lot of attention to what it is that you've got done or how you got there.
Bass said during this D.C. trip, she watched this original reporting by Fox 11's Gina Silva.
Where is our tax dollars going?
Angela Marsden, owner of the Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill, says she's been discovering dead bodies of the homeless outside her business.
We had 3 dead bodies in a week.
What went through your mind when you saw that story?
Just the tragedy of it all. And it just reinforces the fact that this is an emergency, a man-made disaster. And by the way, I raised that here. I talked about that. I talked about the number of deaths in general, and I certainly used that as an example.
Bass says her Inside Safe program successfully cleared some encampments in Venice and placed the homeless in motels. She wants to expand that citywide.
What do you say to people that are concerned that not enough is being done quick enough under your watch?
I couldn't agree with them more. I could not agree with them more.
What is your bottom line message to that business owner?
My bottom line message to the business owner is that we are going to work as hard as we can, as fast as we can, so that homeless individuals do not populate her area. The other thing I would say is that if one tent comes back, if one individual comes back, to please call our office and we will get that person housed.
Mayor actually, after that interview, asked me for the business owner's direct contact because she wants to personally call her and talk through some of the issues in the neighborhood and target that area.
It needs the attention. I mean, and Mayor Bass's goal is, what, 17,000 people housed in the first year? It's going to be hard to accomplish that.
It is going to be hard to accomplish it. Next week, by the way, is the official homeless count. People are going to be going out and trying to figure out where the situation is right now.
Well, hopefully she comes home with that, what, $200 million?
Yeah, that'd be nice, right? Yeah.